So tomorrow, April 10th, is the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event, where we are all expecting some pretty big news for the franchise. This event is really going to give us a better idea of the future of Kingdom Hearts. You know, for a while, for many years, we all had a pretty basic understanding of where Kingdom Hearts was going. We all knew that since Kingdom Hearts 2, every game afterwards was leading us to Kingdom Hearts 3. But now that Kingdom Hearts 3 is out, it really feels like the series has turned a page. We have moved beyond the Xehanort saga. The games focusing on Xehanort as the main villain are finally done. And we don't really know for sure what's going to happen next. All we really know is that the future involves stuff from the mobile games, the Master of Masters, the Union Leaders, the Foretellers, the Keyblade War, and also it's going to involve Yozora, Quadratum, Unreality, Verum Rex, all of that stuff. But a lot of these ideas have been left so vague up to this point that it has allowed for wild speculation across the fandom, and I absolutely love it. I think allowing a fandom to theorize and speculate to the degree that we have been doing for really the last 3 years is healthy, not just for Kingdom Hearts, but for any franchise. It maintains interest. It creates a healthy fan ecosystem. Again, not just for Kingdom Hearts, but really for any franchise, for any fandom. It's a very, very healthy thing. Now, I've been a fan of Kingdom Hearts since the very beginning. It's my favorite video game series, despite all of its flaws. I love the franchise to this day. And as a veteran of the franchise, I remember the good old days. I remember after Kingdom Hearts 1 came out, the fandom was speculating like crazy about what is going to come next. If you were around back then you will remember stuff like BHK, Blonde Hair Kid, and people theorizing who this was, why did he have 2 Keyblades, and of course we learned later on that this was Roxas, Sora's nobody. People had such wild theories about who the man in the black coat was in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. What did the term nobody mean? I remember when we started getting reveals for Kingdom Hearts 2, a lot of people thought that Xaldin, of all people, was actually going to be the leader of Organization 13. It was a very fun time to be a Kingdom Hearts fan. And the same type of environment existed after Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix came out. I remember Master Xehanort, before he was known as Master Xehanort, people called him Unknown Elder Mage, and Vanitas was called Dark Soldier. And there were all sorts of theories about how Terra and Master Xehanort were connected to the apprentice Xehanort from Kingdom Hearts 2. It was a wild time, and it was so much fun to be a Kingdom Hearts fan at the time. But really, since Birth by Sleep came out, I believe it was in 2010 that Birth by Sleep came out, really since 2010, we kind of had a pretty good idea of where the series was headed, of what Kingdom Hearts 3 would have in store for us. And even more so after Dream Drop Distance came out, we all knew that Kingdom Hearts 3 is basically going to be the final battle with Xehanort, and that's of course what it ended up turning out to be. So there wasn't really a lot of speculation and theorizing that could be done, not nearly as much as what we had in the past in the Kingdom Hearts fandom after Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix and also after Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix came out. Those were really the times of wild speculation. After Birth by Sleep, we all had a pretty good idea of where the series was going and what Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to be about, at least on a basic level. So there wasn't really as much theorizing and speculation as there was before Birth by Sleep came out. But this period that we're in now, this period that has followed Kingdom Hearts 3's release, has been one of the best and most active periods for the fandom of Kingdom Hearts. Even though I've been really busy with a lot of real world stuff and haven't been able to participate in the fandom as much as I would have liked to, I have enjoyed seeing the fandom grow and thrive the way it has the last 3 years or so. And despite all the flaws of Kingdom Hearts 3, you cannot deny, no matter how you feel about the game, you can't deny that one of the best things Kingdom Hearts 3 did was get us excited for the future of the franchise. But all of that is about to change. After tomorrow, after the 20th anniversary event, we should have a much better idea of what will happen next with the story of Kingdom Hearts. But before we get there, I want to give you guys my final predictions for the big event. So I have 5 major predictions for what we could see at the 20th anniversary event, and right off the bat, we're going to address the Zolifant in the room. That being the NVIDIA leaks that came out last year, where a bunch of upcoming games were apparently leaked, and among them were 2 new Kingdom Hearts games. That being Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, and of course, Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, since those leaks came out, some of the games on that list have been confirmed to actually exist. So I'm calling it now. I'm killing 2 peeps to who's with 1 stone. I believe we are getting both of these games announced tomorrow. So let's break this down one at a time. Kingdom Hearts 4, really self-explanatory. It's the next major title in the series, the next number title in the series. And I would not be surprised if this is the first number title that also has a subtitle. See, originally I thought that the Verum Rex and Yozora stuff, the Quadratum stuff, would be its own game. But as time has gone on, I have come to believe that Kingdom Hearts 4 will be the Quadratum stuff. We'll actually be playing as Sora, as Riku, possibly Yozora as well in Unreality. So I could see this game potentially being called Kingdom Hearts 4 Verum Rex. And this would be a very different game from the previous number titles. For one, we wouldn't just play as Sora. We'll probably play as Riku, and again, possibly even Yozora. Donald and Goofy won't be tagging along with Sora this time. They're not in Unreality, so they can't be there. It would be the first number title without Donald and Goofy as party members. So it could be a very different number title, but it would definitely be, I would say, refreshing. It would be a new spin to the series, and overall, I think that it is healthy for the series to do some unexpected things, because we kind of have, Kingdom Hearts, I don't want to say has become formulaic, but it also kind of has in a sense, because we expect certain things from the series. Kingdom Hearts 4 Verum Rex, if it goes in the direction that I'm speculating it's going to go towards, it would definitely be, it would throw a wrench into things. It would definitely not be, like Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3. It would be something different. Now, that being said, tomorrow, as far as the reveal of Kingdom Hearts 4 goes, if we indeed do get a reveal of Kingdom Hearts 4, will this be a full-blown trailer or more so a teaser? I'm leaning more so towards a teaser. I think for the initial announcement of the game, a full-blown, like 2.5, 3-minute trailer is probably a little too much. I'm expecting probably something more along the lines of a 30-second to 1-minute teaser of Kingdom Hearts 4. I think we're going to get some details about the game, but as far as footage goes, I don't think we're going to get a ton. I don't think we're going to get a full-blown trailer. Again, probably something more along the lines of 30 seconds to a minute teaser. And I'm really saying that also just to manage my expectations. But I do think we are getting an announcement of some kind for Kingdom Hearts 4. So prediction number 1 for tomorrow, the reveal of Kingdom Hearts 4 Verum Rex. Of course, prediction number 2, Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Now this one is a bit more unclear as to what it is, but what I hope it is, I hope that it's a console remake of the mobile game stuff. Look, I don't care for mobile phone gaming. I keep up with the plot of the mobile phone game stuff, but I don't play it myself. So I am hoping that we're going to be getting a console remake or maybe a movie, something to bring the Key and the Union Cross stuff, the Dark Road stuff to consoles, to a wider audience. And hopefully, that's what Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key is going to be all about. Alright, so if Sora and Riku are going to be having an adventure in Quadratum, and that's going to be what Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be about, it's going to be about this story that's going to be taking place on the other side of reality, in Unreality, then what is going to be happening in the main Kingdom Hearts universe in the meantime? And that is a subject of prediction number 3. I hope, and I have no evidence of this, unlike the previous 2 predictions, There's no evidence of this. This is just purely something that I would like to see happen. And that is a game focusing on not just the Wayfinder trio, not just the Sea Salt trio, not just the Disney trio, not just Kairi, but all of them together. I mean, these guys have to be doing something while Riku and Sora are in Unreality, right? So instead of each trio getting their own game, why not have one larger game focusing on all the trios together? We know, for example, that Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are heading to Skull-Eyed Kylam. We learned that at the end of Melody of Memory. And the other trios are probably going to be involved in their own quest of some kind. We know that the Wayfinder trio went to the Realm of Darkness. We know that the Sea Salt trio was studying Roxas and Xian's memories. So, you know, they have to be doing something. They all have their own quests, their own objectives. And why not make a game out of it? I think it would be very interesting. And the way that I think that this could all work is that if you ever played Sonic Heroes, I think that a Kingdom Hearts game like this would be similar to Sonic Heroes. In Sonic Heroes, we had different teams, different trios like Team Sonic, Team Dark, Team Rose, Team Chaotic. And each one got their own chapters, their own scenarios, where you could switch between any of the three characters in each respective team. And once completing all the scenarios, you got a final chapter where they all team up. I believe a Kingdom Hearts game like this would work in a similar way. So the Sea Salt trio would have their own scenario, like a 5 to 7 hour scenario where you can switch between Roxas, Axel, and Xion, play as all three of them anytime you want, and they all share the same EXP, they all share the same level growth, and then you have a scenario where you also play as the Wayfinder trio in the same way. Same goes for the Disney trio, and I'm not sure what they would do with Kairi, but somehow she would fit in there too. Honestly, bro, Kairi should have gone with Riku 2 Quadratum. I think Kairi should have gone with Riku 2 Quadratum. I think that would have made a lot more sense to have the Destiny trio over in Unreality and the other trios back in the main Kingdom Hearts universe doing their thing, but that's a rant for another day. And then once all the scenarios are completed, you unlock a final scenario where all the characters from all the trios team up together, and you can have like Roxas and Ventus combos, or Terra teaming up with Xion, or whatever. And as for who the villain, or rather villains, would be, well, that's easy. It would be Xigbar, or rather Luxu, and the other foretellers. We know that they're all back in the present time period. We know that from the ending, the epilogue of Kingdom Hearts 3, and we know from the chessboard scene at the very end of the game in the same epilogue that they are considered to be dark pieces in opposition to our heroes. So a game like this would be the perfect way to introduce them as the next group of antagonists. Similar to Organization 13 in the previous saga, we have the foretellers in this saga, and they would go against the various trios in this game. It would be a perfect way to take all of the ancient lore, you know, the Keyblade War, you know, the foretellers, Daybreak Town, all of that stuff from the mobile games, and finally introduce it, or rather reintroduce it into the present timeline and make all of this stuff known to our heroes in the present time period. I think that they would make the perfect villains for this game. Just imagine Aqua, Terra, Ventus, Xion, Roxas, Axel, Kairi, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, all going up against Luxu and the foretellers. It would be awesome. I think it makes a lot of sense. So that's prediction number 3, a game focusing on the main Kingdom Hearts reality that focuses on the Sea Salt trio, the Disney trio, the Wayfinder trio, and Kairi, that runs parallel to Kingdom Hearts 4 Verum Rex. So prediction number 4 is not a new game, but rather something that we have all speculated for a while and has been somewhat hinted at. Recently, Square Enix came out and said that we would not necessarily just be playing Kingdom Hearts in 2022. So what does that mean? Well, I think that we are getting a Kingdom Hearts story of some kind in the form of either a Disney Plus series, an anime or possibly a movie, and this wouldn't be unprecedented for Square Enix either. In regards to the movies, we have Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, we have Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15. In terms of anime, I know Final Fantasy 5, I believe it is, has an anime. I believe that Nier is actually getting an upcoming anime. And then for a Disney Plus series, we know that Disney has taken a much greater interest in Kingdom Hearts as of late. Ever since before even Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, they have been promoting the series more and more. So I can see Disney wanting to produce a Kingdom Hearts series on Disney Plus. Hopefully, though, if they go the Disney Plus route, hopefully Disney doesn't direct the series themselves. I would rather Nomura and Square Enix retain control over the story because, to be honest, Disney themselves have been in a weird place recently, to say the least. Y'all know the controversy, so I would prefer that Disney, the company, not get involved in the story of Kingdom Hearts and leave that to Nomura. I saw what you guys did to Star Wars. I don't need the House of Mouse mucking up Kingdom Hearts 2. Disney has given Nomura free reign, for the most part, over Kingdom Hearts since the beginning, and I believe it should continue to be that way going forward. Nomura's creativity is what makes Kingdom Hearts work, and we don't need Disney messing that up. But yeah, that's prediction number 4. Either a Kingdom Hearts anime, a movie, or a Disney Plus series. Maybe all 3, who knows? But that's prediction number 4. Prediction number 5, the final prediction. And this is an easy one. Come on, Square. Come on, Nomura, it's time. Let's do it. We have all these exciting announcements, and then at the very end of the event, Nomura comes out on stage and has a drop the mic moment where he says that the rest of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road is available right now. What better way to end this event than that? That would be the cherry on top of the sea salt sundae. Enough of the delays. Release the rest of this game tomorrow. Again, I don't play the mobile phone games, but I am dying to know how Xehanort becomes a Seeker of Darkness. In all honesty, I really do think that Xehanort's backstory probably should have been a movie, a full-length movie that was bundled with Kingdom Hearts 3, kind of like how Kingsglaive was bundled with Final Fantasy 15, but that's another video for another day. Tomorrow, I want Nomura to release the rest of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. That's how the event should end. Let's do it, Nomura. I know you can do it. Come on, enough of the delays. Release the rest of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road tomorrow. And that's it. That is my 5 final major predictions for the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event tomorrow. Kingdom Hearts 4, Verum Rex, Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key console remake, a Sonic Heroes type of Kingdom Hearts game focusing on the Wayfinder Trio, the Sea Salt Trio, the Disney Trio, and Kairi, a Kingdom Hearts movie, anime, or Disney Plus series, and the release of the rest of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. Now, I'm not sure if all of these predictions will come true. I'm sure not all of them are going to come true. But if I'm right on at least 3 out of 5 of these predictions, hey, I'll consider that a win. But tell me what you think will happen at the event tomorrow. Tell me your predictions down in the comments section below. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, share the video, because regardless of what happens tomorrow, there is a ton of Kingdom Hearts content coming your way. I'm Jessica James, and I will see you in the next video.